everyone, and welcome back to SpaceyH.Horizons. In today's video I am going to be doing the first build on Hawthorne, and that is going to be my island entrance. I have chosen a rustic town theme for this island and had the idea to do a courtyard leading up to resident services. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to start by adding some terraforming just outside of my airport and also in front of resident services. Originally I had the idea to make a water feature in the middle of this section, and I was just playing around with different shapes to see if I could find something that I liked. I ended up with this kind of shape and decided that I still didn't like it and that I would have to go for something different here and use the water feature idea in another area. Then I decided that I actually wanted to enclose the courtyard in its own specific area. So I went through and added some more terraforming to join up these sections and enclose the space. You can see I've used the brick path to mark where the centre of this area is, just so I have that as a reference when I start placing my pathing. And I'm just covering the whole area in the dark dirt. I usually use the dark dirt under any paths that I pick because I prefer the colour that it gives them rather than any of the other options. Okay, so now it's time to actually download the path code that I wanted. There are a couple of options that I had to choose from, and you'll see in a minute that I lay both down to pick which one I prefer. I decided to go with the lighter of the two just because it wasn't as flat and as dark as the other one, and I also really like the texture on the brick. I will of course leave the codes for these in the description below. So now I'm going ahead and marking out a central area in which I would like to place a fountain. Just trying to get a hang of the size of the space and also the kind of layout that I want. The great thing about this path is that it comes with square corners as well as diagonal corners, and it also comes with the inner corner section, so you don't get any odd looking bits when you're making an angled path. Now you'll see that because this path has one transparent section in it, it actually moulds to the edge of the in-game path that's already down. If it didn't have this transparent square, then it would lay over the top of the path, which some people prefer because it covers the sort of green grass edge that you get. But personally I like to use ones with a transparent square, just so then it actually sort of flows with the in-game path that I put down. Okay, and now that I've got all the pathing done, I ran back to my house to grab some decorations, and I'm gonna start laying things down now. You'll see I keep changing my mind about the placement of the fences here. I go back to it several times, and you'll see at the end of the video the final result. Here I'm just walking through the area a few times, seeing if I like how it feels, seeing if it's too enclosed or if the paths have enough room for people to walk around. Felt like it was really lacking, so I ran back to my house to get some more supplies, and then decided that I actually wanted to open it up a bit more so that I could add some flowers and a couple of trees. So I take down the terraforming that was there, fill the areas in with the dark dirt, and then I start to place down some spooky fence to see if I like the size and shape of these areas when they're fenced in. Okay, here I decide that I want to do the same to the back parts and terraform out some space to put in an incline on either side, as this will lead up to the shopping district. So again, I fill in the gap with some dark dirt and then run in and grab an incline kit and place that down. Then I went and picked up some flowers from a treasure island, and I am trying to get the feel for what kind of flowers I want to use in this area. I think looking at it, I think the 4 flowers are a bit too small, so I decide then that I want to change the area to add a couple of trees in. You'll see me also put a garden wagon down. I feel like it needs like a focal viewpoint from when you land from the airport, which I was hoping that would do, but again I end up swapping this out. Okay, so now I'm just grabbing some more flowers to fill up the spaces at the front of the area. And you will see that I plant a central cedar tree and then 8 flowers around the outside. I also decide to widen the path area to keep it a 3x3 square on either side. Now enjoy me struggling to get the manhole cover in the right place. I decided to try putting the benches at the front of the entrance, which is something that I've used before in previous entrance builds, and it does look quite nice, but it's not giving me the sort of courtyard vibe that I'm going for. I'm trying to add other things in to see if I can get it to a place that I'm happy with. So I'm dispersing the street lamps here, and then after doing that I decide it's actually the middle section that I'm not quite happy with. After taking all the fencing down, I decide that I like the hexagonal shape that I have, but the actual inner bit is too long. So I decide to shorten that so that I can surround the fountain with flowers. So I decide I'm definitely not happy with the benches at the front of the entrance and decide to replace those with spooky fencing to enclose the flowers and prevent people from running around the island via the beaches. Again, I try using the spooky fence in this middle area. It really frustrates me that we can't place fences diagonally, because that would have literally been perfect for what I had in mind. So I decide to go for an open fence so that you get the idea that the space is enclosed, but you don't get any awkward squares where it should really be a diagonal edge. So now I'm going to go ahead and finish the decoration off camera and cut to a clip of a walkthrough of the final entrance design. So as you can see, I've moved ahead so that you can see it with the trees and the inclines fully built. I quite like the look of the open fencing now I have all the flowers in place. I have added in the iron garden benches on the sides of the area with some cypress trees to add a bit more greenery, and then I've added in the Turkey Day garden stands and some wedding candles just to add another little bit of decoration, and a welcome sign at the front to finish off. So the entrance to Hawthorne is now complete. I hope you can see the kind of vibe that I'm going to be going for with this island, and that you enjoyed watching me do this first build on Hawthorne. I'm next going to be building the Able Sisters and Nook's Cranny, as well as the rest of the shopping district that I have planned, so keep an eye out for that video. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I really appreciate all of your support. You can find me at my socials, which are listed in the description below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope you have a great day. Bye!